At just $1,000, the Asus G11DF is one of the cheapest gaming desktops you can buy. In fact, it's about as low as you can go without seeing some major cuts to gaming performance. Still, it's not exactly cheap, so let's see what you get for that $1,000. Our review model features an AMD Ryzen 5 1400 processor clocked at 3.2 GHz, 8 GB of RAM, an NVIDIA GTX 1060, a 256 GB SSD, and a 1 TB hard drive. Internally, it's a little cramped, but that's to be expected for a PC of this size. There's one extra RAM slot for future expansion, but to upgrade the graphics card, you'll have to remove the internal brackets, which kept the hardware in place during shipping. Asus claims the G11DF features an exterior design with Mayan-like markings, but really it just looks like a gaming rig from the mid-2000s. Luckily, it's a small desktop, so you can cram it under your desk and out of sight easily enough. The I/O is fairly standard, if a bit limited. The case features 4 USB ports and an SD card on the front side, and 6 USB ports, an Ethernet port, and a USB Type-C port on the back side, along with 3 audio input-output ports. With a GTX 1060, this thing performs as well as it should. You'll be able to run most new games on high or ultra settings at 1080p without any problems, though you might need to tune your settings a little to get the most out of brand new games. In Battlefield 1, the G11DF managed about 77 frames per second on ultra-high settings at 1080p. It slowed down a bit at 1440p, topping out at 51 frames per second on ultra-high settings. That's about what we'd expect from a system running a GTX 1060. Good, reliable performance, but nothing to write home about. Thanks to the Ryzen's 4 cores and 8 threads, it won't slow you down no matter how many spreadsheets you have open at once. The Asus G11DF also comes with a keyboard and mouse, which is a plus if you're just getting into PC gaming, but if you already have a mouse and keyboard, chances are they're higher quality and probably feel better in the hand. These aren't exactly high-end gaming peripherals. At $1,000, you could do a lot worse than the Asus G11DF. It runs the latest games well enough, and it keeps up beautifully during everyday use. So if you're not quite ready to jump into the deep end, the Asus G11DF would be well worth your time.